All right, Tim, we're on you, man. The voice
Yep.
now, and to be what's that?
And there's Josh's movie, Insert Coin.
That is
And
awesome.
I've been taking this on the road with me to game cons, and people are loving getting this on Blu-ray.
Yep.
But yeah, I kind of came in a weird kind of backdoor way. When I was a kid, my favorite things in the world were sports, music, and comedy. And somehow they all
It's kind of like me right here.
coming together. I ended up going to school for a traditional conservatory acting training, performing in Chekhov and Shakespeare, played Romeo, played Prince Hal, Shakespeare in the Park in New York, worked in Los Angeles at the Topanga Canyon Theater. And then I moved to Chicago, my love of SCTV, Second City, my favorite comedy group, along with Monty Python. But I was always drawn to comedy. So I'm auditioning, as most actors are, for commercials and whatever else is in Chicago. And on the weekends, I wanted to keep my love of music alive. So I got into a little weekend warrior band playing the drums. And a fellow, Chris Granner, who is a sound designer, brilliant guy from the pinball department, said that they were working on a Gilligan's Island game. And he said, "Can you do Mr. Howell?" It's kind of a weird question. I'd rather do Ginger, personally. But how much does it pay? And he goes, $50. I go, well, make it 100 and I'll do the skipper too.
Oh, man.
Boom. Hello. So I walked in and
$100.
I know. Hey, man, I was starting back then.
No, I can't believe they were offering that for a price.
Yeah, I made $50 an hour, which was just ridiculous money for me back then. As I said, I'm waiting tables and I'm young and it was this stuff I loved to do. I loved the pinball world. When I was little, I did love playing pinball. So this was a dream come true. I'm playing in a band and I'm making extra money doing this and I'm making really good friends. And then they would kind of check in with me when another game came along. Hey, you think you could do Rod Serling? We're doing the Twilight Zone. I was able to pull it off. And can you do Gilligan? Can you do Popeye? And it was like one after another, The Shadow. So I'm about 10 or 15 games in at this point, in 92. And John Hay, who did the music, the producer for NBA Jam, said, "Hey, Mark's working on this game across the street at Midway, an NBA basketball game. Do you want to do it?" That's how I remember it. And maybe Mark or Sal remember it differently. So I just remember maybe my name and the work that I'd done was respected enough to just get that offer, which I still can't believe happened that easily. But I took full advantage. As I said, my background, comedy, sports, performance, it all came together. And eventually, with Blitz, I got to writing the comedy. MLB Slugfest, Sal was the genius behind making that all come together, especially with the angle of the humor. The video games had the humor visually, and I was there to provide the audio counterpart, the crazy over the top style. So this was everything I'd ever wanted, comedy, sports, performance. So that's how I snuck into the business.
Oh man, that is cool. I know I got a little acting behind me too. Out of football, I tried my wits at a movie called Big Stand with Rob Schneider. He was the director. It was a little comedy / convict movie. He was in jail because he was a lawyer that got caught for extortion or something crazy. And then I was one of the inmates to become his friend and to make sure we showed him the ropes so he didn't get beat up. Rob Schneider's little actor. Great guy, though. Yeah. I say the most interesting thing on that set was the day. So he had, obviously, how in the industry you hire people that closely or family members to, I guess, save on the budget. And so his brother was one of the, I think, first AD on the set. And one day, whatever his brother did, Rob did not like it. And I've seen this little guy forever in all the movies before I met him. He's always happy, saying something silly. You can do it. Yeah. Man, I seen him go like, possessed like a demon and go off on his. I'm like, this little guy, that came out of him. I'm like, man, what you do? I'm like, what's going on?